what have you got in store for us today?
Pyro, dancing girls, all solos. You can do like a 20-minute bass solo, 20-minute drum solo, 20-minute guitar solo.
And then we're going to switch instruments, which I'm a horrible drummer and he's a horrible bass player.
So it's going to be... That's not true. Yeah. I'm pretty good. He is a horrible drummer. I'm a killer bass player. And then there's going to be a lot of like dancing girls, a lot of pyro, probably some confetti cannons, probably a lot of lasers, some smoke. Oh, wait, no? I think we're just going to find out how long we're allowed to play, because we're only allowed to play so long, and then we're going to go in a room. We're going to decide which songs, how many songs, what's the amount of songs we can cram into that amount of time. Play as many songs as we can in that a lot of time, and we're going to get there on time, then we're going to start, then we're going to play as many songs as we can until they tell us we got to stop, and then we're going to leave.
Yeah, then we go eat.
Just like that.
And then we're going to go eat.
Then we're going to go look for food at Hellfest.
So those songs, how do you choose them and from which era?
It kind of comes down to timing, like I said, how long we're allowed to play, and then also because we've got a fairly long career, we try to represent stuff from all releases. So the shorter amount of time gets a little harder. Depends on where you're playing, but it's really kind of shorter time. You got to kind of play a lot of the bigger type of songs and stuff, I guess, which we used to be kind of adverse to, but now it's like we've learned long ago that for a lot of people it's the first time they're seeing you, could be the last time, so it's not really that word. You may be a little, played that song a few times. It's not even about that, and so it's shorter time. You got to shoehorn a lot more of the chestnuts in there. I guess you just play a little more of those, but we'll still try to play.
I think what we should do. We should play all Iron Maiden songs before they play them later.
We should go to our room and try to learn them all right now.
Yeah.
The Trooper.
First we gotta learn them. You already know it. See? Right?
You take my life and I'll take yours too.
All right.
Yeah, that's a pretty good idea. Just cock block Iron Maiden. That wouldn't go over well, would it?
Oh, no, God, they had some great records too, though. I mean, there's some cool bands here, man. This is really a nice place. I love it. Love it. There's a whole square, like a city square out there, record stores, all kinds of shit, man. It's crazy.
Have you gone around?
Not yet. I'm waiting to. I'm gonna either go record store shopping or dinner. I'm gonna probably eat after, so I'll go record store shopping first. Hopefully.
So, talking about records, your 6th album is on its way. What can you tell us about it?
What?
The new record. What can you tell us about it?
I'm going to say the same thing I've said every record for 30-something years. It's all new songs. We didn't re-record any of the old ones, and these are all new ones, and we like them, and if you do, that's cool. And if you do, then we have something in common. I love what I said.
I love that answer. You're good. It's good. It's cool. It's a cool record. Records like signposts in your career, and this is where we're at in 2018. It's we don't think about it too much. We don't go, we got to do a record like this or we got to do a record like that. Everybody just there's a filtering process. Everybody throws their riffs and stuff in the meat grinder or make your coffee machine, and 10 songs drip out of that over the course of a year or so. And it's just cool. I really like this record. We had a different mixer, and we recorded a different city. We went back to Seattle to do the basic tracks where Sean lives, so Sean got to go home every night, And I don't know. We approach it the same. We just plug our guitars into fucking amplifiers, and everything kind of turns out all right for us. You know what I mean? So we've learned to trust that, and it's cool. I love this record. It's one of my favorites, actually.
I haven't heard it.
Yeah, exactly.
But I heard it's all right. He likes it, so that's good. I haven't heard it.
So you've released already a music video from it called, the one you know. Why this one in particular?
It's just one of those songs. We always pick our singles. We have our whole career, and this isn't like essentially a single, but then they kind of, in the last several albums, the song we put out first, which is kind of for fans and for people to let them know that there's a record coming, they kind of seem to get, some radio and people start playing it, but we don't really have any people pushing, there's usually people working that stuff, hey, but we don't have them do that. And then sometimes they take on a life of their own, and it's kind of like for fans, kind of like, hey, we got this song, and, you know, probably not exactly something that should be on the radio, or we feel it should be, but then it's not like with the formula that they try to shoehorn everybody into and fucking, you know, the template that they think is rock and roll. And so we'll put it out, and hopefully we can kind of fuck with that template a little bit. Maybe they'll play it, and then we'll just start giving you the most contrived, written by Max Martin fucking pop rock you've ever heard from this band. It's going to be great. Bieber guested on it. Hey, Biebs. What's up, bro?
So, are we going to be lucky enough to hear one of them tonight?
You'll hear that one song, the one you know.
This one, yeah. And a new material as well?
No. We wish we
tonight,
could,
yeah.
but because of everybody's got a phone, we're kind of forced to, not forced to, but, you know, release things in a different fashion than before, to where it's like, you know, the first time we put something out, we'd like it to be kind of the way we originally intended it, instead of 999,000 horrible, shitty sounding phone recordings of it, you know? It's unfortunate. I mean, you could, and we would, and we used to in the past, but not everybody recorded everything you did, so it's kind of changed how you go about the business of things.
Yeah, so it's your own damn fault. Motherfucker.
Why are you mad at that camera? No. Mike's mad at technology.
No, I was talking to the people.
Oh, there's people here?
Well, until we play.
Yeah, and then they'll all leave. So everybody runs to the bathroom.
So is there a song on the album that you could tell us about that particularly touched you or that is important to you?
They all kind of are. You know, it's like, how do you pick your favorite kid or whatever, you know? I mean...
I like Joni. I think my other kids are shitheads. Oh, wait, that's wrong. I'm wrong. Never mind. I don't have any kids, so scratch that. That I'm aware of.
We like it all. It's a weird spot, and now we've been working on these songs for a long time, like Sean was saying earlier. And, you know, it's like at this point, we're over and done. It's not like he says, it's not our record anymore, it's your record. So it's kind of a cool spot, pre-release. It's starting to trickle out. You heard the record, right? Oh, you didn't? Oh, okay. Well, it's starting to trickle out, and it's kind of nice to see other people's reactions to it, you know? So that's where we're at with it. We like the record. It's a good record.
I'm waiting to see, like, where it's all filler. I like that. When everybody, because that shit cracks me up. I think it's funny because, you know, everybody's got an opinion, and as they should, but, you know, whatever somebody's, like, sitting next to me, what I would think is if I was like, number track 6 is filler, might be Mike's favorite song, you know, so that's what gets me, because music's so subjective, it's just personalized, you know, so that's what's kind of cool. People, if they care enough, they make it their own and it becomes theirs, and they can do what they want, you know. I feel like we already won, that we're still moving forward. We made another record that we dug. We're still making music we like. We still live our lives in a pretty straightforward, true way, that we haven't been affected and chased trends, or, you know, we just kind of forged our own little way of going through life and going through all the same thing that everybody has to go through, you know, all the loss and ups and downs and the high points and low points. You know, the only difference is that sometimes you have to do it in public a little bit, and that you're still doing it, and you're doing it with your friends and doing it for the same reason when I started the band when I was 20 to now. You know, it's a pretty cool thing. You never really could even wrap your head around that all what just happened would happen and how it has. And that's the cool thing with life, man. You just get knocked down, keep going, try to do what you like. If you can make a living supporting yourself and not, you know, being a financial or emotional burden on anybody else, and you just like making coffee cups, but you're good at it and you can make a living, support yourself, and then that's as good as life gets, you know. And so we're fortunate to be able to do what we like for a living, you know, and we got invited to come here. We get to play, you know. We're middle-aged guys, and you get to play with your friends, you know. So like, kind of living the life we have, you get this youthful existence, which is kind of cool, you know. That you're not sitting in traffic, you know, being forced to go to a job that you don't like, but now you took it, and you're just hoping you can grind it out for 20 years for some guy that has a clip-on tie who hates his life and his wife and tells you you're not productive enough. You know, we don't live by anybody else's rules, and you know, so we've kind of been able to forge our own, which I think is kind of the victory to it all. You know.
What do you prefer about your life as a musician? Is this freedom?
Yeah, it's been great. You know, it's like I said, it's not easy to do, and it's not easy to solely support yourself being a musician, especially anymore. You know, there's.
And we're totally unqualified to do anything else. So I mean, fuck, I don't know what else to do but be a musician. You know, I mean,
a little late to become an accountant.
Me and Sean are going to start our furniture reupholstering business as soon as we get back to the States.
You know, but that is, I have a lot of, you know, we know tons of people that do this, and they get off, they'll be, you know, play this festival, they'll go home, they'll get a day job, you know, they have to. And so it's a difficult thing, but the passion's the same, you know, so we're fortunate to just, you know, for the most, you know, solely focus on this. Alice is, you know, what we put into Alice has given us, you know, our lives in return, so that's good.
So you've been around for quite a long time, 31 years now. What has changed? What has remained from the Alice in Chains of the beginning?
Well, the obvious, and then, and not really actually, like I was saying, the way we operate, how we go about making music, why we do things, it's pretty much the same. It's almost exactly the same. My hair is shorter, we're older.
Our knees hurt more and stuff, but
you know,
we just, you know, we keep it simple. I think that might be one of the secrets of the band is like we just, you know, we like each other's company. We go into a room, we plug our guitars into fucking amps. Sean gets behind the drum kit. We make a bunch of fucking racket, right? We just make a bunch of fucking racket, and then you know. Half the time we like that racket, and then we go, okay, let's make a record with that racket, and then we're coming here tonight, we're gonna plug our guitars in, and we're just gonna make a bunch of fucking noise, and you know, it's when you keep it simple like that, then all of a sudden, step at a time. Now we're in 2018, but we're still doing the same shit. You know, I mean, yeah, that's weird. Yeah, the date. I'm not digging that. The date's changing, but we're still doing the same stuff. I mean, we headlined this festival 12 years ago. You know, and it was it didn't look like this. This is amazing what they've done with this place. I love what you've done with the place. You know, it's just great. I mean, I walked outside to have a cigarette.
You hire a decorator or something?
They put some drywall.
Yeah, put some drywall up.
Black drywall.
Got some toilet paper, huh?
Yeah.
Living large.
Got some toilets. Nice, but beautiful area. You know?
Excellent. Thank
it's
you,
amazing,
guys.
Dude. Out here, it's amazing. Crazy. Yeah.
One last word.
I just think it's important. All these festivals, that's one thing Europe has over America. The festival things are kind of like Coachella, Bonnaroo. There's some cool festivals there, but like I love that the gatherings in Europe, as we just did 3 festivals, Scandinavia. We're doing all these other ones. You know, it's like it's stronger than ever over here. I just really like the attitude and people still liking music so much to get together. And this is beyond music. It's like a whole. This is a whole world within the world, you know. So it's I'm just amazed at this place what they've done.
Yeah, it's nice to see that people still care about music and so passionately that they'll go and sleep in a tent for 3 days in the potential rain. You know, it's like that's a pretty amazing thing. You know, brings a lot of people together. Music brings a lot of people together. A lot of people that would never, ever in normal life come together. They have different belief systems, different political views, different ethnic, you know, backgrounds, and music will bring all these people together and have a good time, and nothing bad happens. That's the coolest thing, and we get to see that everywhere in the world, and that's what never gets old. You know, that never gets old.
Thank you so much, guys. This was such a pleasure.
Hi, this is Mike Inez
And Sean Kinney.
and you are watching United Rock Nations.